Welcome to Discovering. Tonight we're in Marquette fishing the South Shore Women's and Kids Fishing Tourney with the Finn Spoons team.
Next year will actually be the 70th anniversary of Finn Spoons.
And it's hard to believe that Michigan's bear season starts this Wednesday already. So I have some tips from Richard P. Smith tonight on how to field judge black bears. So sit back and relax. It's Monday night and it's time for Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.
The secret streams that flow beneath the cliffs of colored stone. Forests thick and healthy with birch and pine and oak. Surrounded by the greatest lakes this world has ever known. The black bear's awesome presence as he roams the hills and fields. Call of the timber wolf, the loon's lonesome trill, the eagle soaring high above, the trout lies deep and still. These are what I treasure, the only way I measure feelings that I have for this fine land. There is so much to discover when you're a long-time lover of northern Michigan.
The annual South Shore Women's and Kids Fishing Tournament on Lake Superior took place August 25th, the day before their Fall Classic. Their aim is to get more women and kids out on the big lake for a day of reeling in fish and getting hooked into the local fishing community. It was a picture-perfect morning leaving the Marquette Harbor. I was invited on board the Ella Bella with the Finn Tackle Company team. Brad Musco, his father Mark, and his two daughters Miley and Aubrey. Brad and Mark can set the lines and net the fish, but it's up to the girls to reel them in.
I can run 3 rods per woman or child, so we have 2 of those. And you can weigh in your 3 largest fish. So got a fish, you can fish till 1, weigh in is at 2 at the Ban Shell at Presque Isle. And so we're hoping to find 3 fish and then slowly upgrade from there.
Choosing which trolling spoons to use is key, but since this is the team that creates Finn Spoons, picking the spoons that will catch the fish seems even more critical.
Blue Mahi has been doing well for people, so that would be a good choice. Wonder Bread is always good. Okay. And half is always a really good choice.
Chartreuse Mermaid. Should be a good one.
Put that out on a 200 copper. Yeah, this 200 copper should run down somewhere in the 40-foot range. So we'll put all the copper out. It's actually weighted steel, I guess, technically. So we'll put all the weighted steel out and then we'll put a planer board on and we'll set it out to the side.
This is Tequila Sunrise.
You run this one. All right.
We've got that blueberry muffin prototype we could try.
Is that the purple and white one?
It's got a chartreuse tip. It's black and white with purple spots. Yep, right there.
Oh, yep. This is a prototype.
Yep. So if this one does well enough for us, it'll work into the lineup either next year or the year after. I'd like to run a spoon for a year or 2, see how they do before they actually become a spoon that's in the lineup. Yeah, this one's an extended glow. Put a little bit of glow on there. It's still dark down in the water. Spotted Smurf prototype. So this spoon is a prototype for this year and has been so good in Lake Superior and Lake Michigan that it will definitely be one of the new spoons in 2024. Good job, nice and easy. Yep, coast it right in like that. Good job, good job. A little more. One more pull. Okay. Good job. Greasy chicken wing does it again. High five. Good job.
Is it on greasy chicken wing again?
Oh yeah, I can see it there. Yep. Oh, good fish. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Got it. That's a little nicer one. Yeah, that's a little nicer one. Good job. Excellent.
Fin spoons have been around since 1954, a tackle box staple of Great Lakes anglers for almost 70 years. Brad Musco purchased the company 10 years ago.
Gus Kuzumi over in Saxon Harbor, Wisconsin, created the spoon back in 1954, and there's been a variety of different owners after that, and we've been the owner since 2013. A lot of evolution with the colors and things like that, especially in the last 10 years. I remember talking to some older gentlemen that, you know, back in the day when it was nothing but copper, silver, and gold, somebody introduced an orange or a chartreuse stripe, it was really kind of getting crazy, you know, so. But now we've got all these different colors and different styles, and ever growing, that's for sure. Yeah, family business. I know the first year we had the company, the girls were about half the size that they are now. They were helping out, packaging, mainly packaging, you know. At that age, we were making sure they weren't getting stuck with the hooks and things like that. But as they've grown up and the company's growing, they're stepping in and doing what they can.
I do a lot of packaging. That's my main job, because I can't do split rings yet. But lately I've been doing the tape, like on this spoon, this cracked ice tape. I've been putting like stuff like that on the spoons. I do some eyeballs, stuff like that.
Yep, and I do a lot of the split ringing, so like the little loops that you connect the hook to. And I also do the stickers and decals.
And it's not fun. I like doing the tapes and stuff. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun job.
Yeah.
Ever since I started filming for this show and going out on lake trout and salmon fishing trips, I've wondered who came up with all the colors and crazy names for these spoons. Now I know where some of them come from.
My mom normally creates some really good names for them. She's a good namer for the fin spoons. We have like a whole little Disney line.
So we have Elsa, right? May I point Elsa?
Here.
And then the
Yeah,
one
like this
that
is Elsa, and that tape on her is called cracked ice, so it's actually perfect.
And then this one's Tangled.
Yep.
And then we have the one that I pointed out to show you this tape. That's called Olaf. This one's Ariel. And this one's relatively new.
Yeah, that's a prototype still.
Yeah, this one's a prototype.
We have, I think last count, 125 different colors. And we have streamlined it from 7 different sizes down to 3 different sizes currently. Working on another size that's going to be a little bit larger than this right now, but I give Dad spoons to run, and he's got that time to fish during the week, being retired, and he gets out there and does a fantastic job of putting a test to him, that's for sure. He's my main R&D guy, my research and development. Still there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, it's still there. Moose's minnow. Yeah, just make sure you keep the line tight. And we'll try to net it here. Good job. Similar in size to the others.
This is Minnie.
Moose's minnow.
And that spoon's named after Papa.
Yep.
There's nothing better than seeing 3 generations of family who fish together and work together.
Dad, how long have we been doing this tournament? Oh.
it started, and I don't remember exactly the year. I'd have to look at
We have pictures of us when we were really little, though.
Yeah,
Basically, as long as we can remember.
5, 6.
probably 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, so how long is that? Like 8 or 9 years.
Between chatting about making spoons, going back to school, favorite TV shows, and boat snacks, we had a busy morning of catching fish.
Yep. No, it's a Smurf. Spotted Smurf, yeah.
Let it out, yeah. You should be able to let it out. Feel like it's getting close already?
Yeah. Where do you want me to?
Right here.
Whoa.
There we go. I think that's a let go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one.
Greasy chicken wing turned out to be the hot spoon.
Fish are biting on the chicken wing so much, I've got this. This is a prototype of a larger Magnum fin spoon done up in the greasy chicken wing. So we're gonna put that down and see if it can entice the slide divers to get in on the action here. It's all, I think all 5 bites have been on the downrigger so far.
Same
Check the
as.
drag on this. Hopefully a Magnum-sized fish. Oh yeah, oh. If you can try to guide it over here, that would be great. Over this way. Good job. Nice. It's a bit of an upgrade. Oh yeah. Yep. Definitely, great job. A new. Who's up?
Holy cow.
6 color.
I don't have to pull this one.
No, just reel.
Good luck, dog.
Yeah. Wish I could remember what I put on that.
250 feet to go.
Oh, oh.
Long line release.
Yep.
Excellent.
And we were gonna let it go anyway because this one's gonna be a while. It's pulling really good. Good thing you've been doing this since you're about 6 years old. It'd be really important you keep that tight. Excuse me. One more, kiddo. One more. Just can't reach it. A little more, kiddo.
I'm trying, it's just not.
Nice fish, Miley.
I can't even like unclamp my hand.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's like
Nice
your
fish.
biggest-
Oh my goodness.
Nice job.
Good job, Mai.
Thanks.
Stress.
My
I
legs
didn't
are
wanna tell
shaking
you
right
what.
now. It's probably the biggest fish I've ever caught in Lake Superior.
Yep. On the spoon color that you created.
Yeah.
Miley's Big Laker was the last one of the day for us. The weigh-in was held at Presque Isle Park at 2 p.m. About 20 teams participated in the tournament and most had 3 fish to weigh.
37.83 pounds.
You know, today we ended up having 22 boats. So that's actually one of the better women's and children's fishing days we've actually had. You know, a lot of it's a big factor is the weather. You know, it was absolutely beautiful. The lake was beautiful, wet, you know, sunny, blue skies. You couldn't ask for a better day today.
23.26.
South Shore Fishing Association, you know, a lot of people are aware, but a lot of people aren't. We're a nonprofit based here in Marquette. We run a lot of different events throughout the year. We have a lot of big sponsors that make everything function for us, really. This year's sponsor is Nicolet Bank. You know, they were generous enough. They put up $1,000 to get the event going. And then this year they actually cooked brats and hot dogs. So everybody was able to enjoy a free meal while we ran weigh-ins. And so what we do is we take the $1,000 they donate on top of everybody's entry fees. The entry fee for this event is very basic. It's $50. 100% paid out to all the anglers. So, we had 22 boats this year. We paid 6 places. So, it's not about making money. It's just about getting people involved.
All right, good enough.
Whether you are a new or experienced bear hunter, black bears are just tough to judge size. When you're sitting alone in the deep woods with the sun setting 30 yards from a bear that appeared out of nowhere, they all look big. To avoid the dreaded ground shrinkage, here are some tips from Richard P. Smith to help you field judge the size of the black bear that's right in front of you.
It's important for new bear hunters or hunters who aren't familiar with judging the size of bears to use some type of ruler. Where it's legal to use barrels for bait, which you can on private land in Michigan, it's illegal to use barrels on public land. If you're using a 50 or 55 gallon barrel, if you see a bear where its back, when it's standing on all 4 feet, is even with the top of the barrel or close to the top, that's a huge bear. That's an adult male. If you see one about half the height, that's an average bear. But since you can't use barrels everywhere, having a ruler, something of known length, at a bait that you're watching can help you judge. Males are larger animals than females. Most females are 5 foot or less in length from nose to tail when they're standing on all 4 feet. If you put a stick of 5 foot length at a bait where a bear will be standing when it's feeding, you can get an idea of the size of that bear. Some people cut logs 5 foot long to cover their bait with. Mark 3 feet off the ground on a tree at a bait site to know how high a bear is standing when all 4 feet. You see a bear that's 3 foot tall on his back when he's on all 4 feet. That's a very big bear. One lower than that is an average or smaller bear. Ground shrinkage is a term that bear hunters become very familiar with, myself included. In poor light and low light, which is often when hunters see bears at baits, even small bears look big. But it's important to try and have a measuring stick to give you an idea of the length of bear you're looking at. Males, besides being longer, bigger bodied than females, they have big feet. Even young males have huge feet. If you look at their front feet and they look big, even though the bear may not be big, it's a sign it's a male rather than a female. The same with females have small front feet. And of course, if you get a chance to see the sex organs, you know for sure whether it's a male or female. But in poor light, it's difficult to do that. Something else to look at is the head on a black bear. If you imagine a triangle on a bear's head with the base of the triangle between the ears and the sides of the triangle coming to the nose, if you see a bear on which all 3 sides of the triangle are close to the same, you're looking at an adult male, a trophy class male. If you see a bear where the sides of the triangle are much longer, obviously longer than the base, it's either a female or a young male. And the distance between the ears and the size of the ears is something to look at too. Young bears, their ears look big in proportion to the size of their head, and they'll be close together. The older and larger a bear gets, the ears will be further apart, and on a big bear, the ears will look small in proportion to the size of the head. And their behavior sometimes is to tell you whether you're looking at an adult bear or a young bear. Adults come in boldly, sometimes making noise, although bears are known for being quiet as they approach a bear. You don't often hear them. But if you hear a bear approaching noisily, it's an often sign if it's an older, dominant bear at a bait. Whereas if you have a bear come in, grab a piece of food and leave, that's very likely a young bear, a subordinate bear that wants to avoid encountering an adult bear at the bait. Those are all things to look for. Although if you're a first-time bear hunter and you're excited when you see a bear, it's tough to analyze all these things. But even as an experienced person, I've photographed thousands of bears, and I don't know how many bears I've killed over the years, but I've killed quite a few. It's still sometimes difficult, depending on the lighting, to determine it right away the size of a bear. Sometimes as a bear approaches, I'll think it's one size, but as it gets to the bait and have a better look at it, I'll change my opinion. And that's common. they're just tough to judge.
Good luck to all the bear hunters out there. I'm off to bear camp this week and hope to have some big bear stories for you in a couple weeks. That's all for tonight, and I hope to see you right back here next week for Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.